General Hospital spoilers for the next 2 weeks, from January 13th to January 24th, tease that Michael is facing one of the toughest decisions of his life, leaving Port Charles to start a journey of treatment and recovery at a special medical facility. After surviving a horrific explosion and being injected with digitalis, Michael's health remains in critical condition. Doctors have advised that he needs to spend several months focusing entirely on recovery, which means temporarily being away from his family, friends, and especially his children, Wiley and Amelia. This decision is not only a heavy burden for Michael, but it also causes deep turmoil within his family. Willow, who is still struggling with guilt and immense pressure, has become the focal point of criticism as she tries to take control of the children. Michael's departure leaves a significant gap in the lives of Wiley and Amelia, making Willow even more fearful and determined to protect them. However, the rift in the relationship between Willow and Michael has made matters more complicated than ever. Willow must not only face criticism from Carly and the Corinthos family, but also fight against the pressure from her own past mistakes. Meanwhile, Carly and Sonny are also deeply concerned about the prospect of Michael leaving Port Charles. Carly, in particular, is obsessed with the idea of losing control over her family, especially as she sees Willow trying to take charge of raising Wiley and Amelia. Carly doesn't want to repeat the loss she felt with Morgan, and this drives her to be ready to confront Willow directly, even if it causes further family rifts. However, the biggest concern comes from the potential dangers lurking. Cyrus is still operating in the shadows, and Sonny's enemies continue targeting his family. Michael fears that his absence will make Willow and the children vulnerable, especially with the increasing family conflicts and instability. While Willow is trying to manage the situation, Michael's obsession with ensuring the safety and well-being of his family has never been stronger. The decision to leave Port Charles is not only a physical challenge but also a test of trust and family bonds. Michael must confront not only the aftermath of the explosion but also the pain of temporarily leaving his children behind, leaving a family teetering on the edge of division. Will Willow be able to take on the role of mother and protector during Michael's absence, or will the rising tensions push everyone into an irreparable situation? The answer remains a mystery, but one thing is certain: Michael's departure will change the landscape of Port Charles forever. Diane and Carly are working closely together to handle an increasingly complicated situation involving Nina and Martin. While Michael remains in critical condition in the hospital, Nina and Martin have secretly taken legal actions to gain custody of Wiley and Amelia. Their fraudulent actions not only threaten the stability of the Corinthos family but also create significant tension between family members. Diane, with her sharp legal experience, is carefully preparing each move to strike back. She is not only seeking evidence of the fraudulent actions but also planning a legal counterattack that could completely disrupt Nina and Martin's strategy. Carly, although deeply affected by Michael's condition, does not hesitate to get involved in the plan. She is determined to protect the rights of her grandchildren, even if it means facing powerful and unscrupulous opponents like Nina. The story intensifies as Nina continues to exploit Michael's absence to push forward her plan to gain custody of Wiley and Amelia. Martin, with his deep knowledge of the law, is trying to turn Michael's weaknesses into an advantage for his client. However, Diane and Carly are not easily defeated. They are ready to unleash strong evidence and arguments to prove that Nina and Martin are not only breaking the law but also endangering the children. Meanwhile, the situation becomes increasingly chaotic as conflicts spill over from the courtroom into everyday life. Carly feels obsessed with the prospect of losing control over her family, especially as she sees Wiley and Amelia becoming pawns in Nina's hands. This obsession drives Carly to be willing to do anything to ensure that Nina cannot achieve her goal, even if it means confronting sophisticated schemes and dangerous actions. Diane and Carly are entering a legal battle not only to protect custody of Wiley and Amelia but also to defend the honor and unity of the Corinthos family. The question remains: will they be able to turn the tide while Michael is fighting for his life, or will Nina and Martin succeed in creating a new disaster for the Corinthos family? One thing is certain: this story will reach a dramatic climax, making Port Charles never the same. Alexis is unexpectedly presented with an ambiguous offer from Ric, which immediately causes her to carefully reconsider. Ric, with his manipulative nature and ability to turn situations to his advantage, has made an offer that cannot be ignored, creating significant disruption in Alexis's already complicated life. This offer is not only related to work or legal matters but seems to also involve personal elements, especially considering the complex past between Alexis and Ric. As Alexis tries to stay firm and understand Ric's true motives, this story begins to have a ripple effect on Ava, who is already embroiled in her own troubles. Ava clearly feels that Ric's offer is not just a simple business proposal but could shift the balance of power in Port Charles. Whether Ric is linked to Ava is becoming a focal point, especially since both have shared interests in power struggles. The increasingly complicated relationship between Alexis and Ric is also unsettling Ava. With her sharp instincts and protective nature, Ava cannot help but worry that Ric may be using Alexis as a pawn in a larger scheme. This raises questions for Ava about her own role in the ongoing power struggle in Port Charles, as new alliances could create unexpected challenges. Meanwhile, the complicated and tense feelings between Alexis and Ric only add to the drama. Alexis cannot easily dismiss the complicated history she shared with Ric, which makes it difficult for her to determine whether Ric can truly be trusted. On the other hand, Ava, aware of Ric's two-faced nature, wonders whether she needs to intervene to protect her own interests. This tangled story is driving all the characters into a dramatic spiral, as old emotions are rekindled, new schemes are woven, and risky decisions are being made. This not only creates a series of potential conflicts but also places Port Charles in danger of becoming the center of dangerous power games once again. Lulu is doing everything she can to bring Charlotte back, and she is not afraid to use every resource available, including the Quartermaine family's money. Lulu's determination comes not only from her maternal love but also from a desire to make up for lost time and bring Charlotte back into the safety of the family's embrace. However, using the Quartermaine money is not simple and carries hidden consequences. Brooke Lynn, with her strong character and loyalty to her family, immediately questions Lulu's motives. Brooke Lynn feels that Lulu's use of the Quartermaine family's finances is an abuse, especially since Charlotte is not a direct member of the Quartermaine family. This intensifies the tension between the two women as they argue over the rights and responsibilities regarding Charlotte. The story doesn't stop there. The discord between Lulu and Brooke Lynn is deeply dividing the Quartermaine family, especially as Tracy and Ned are also dragged into this conflict. Tracy, with her instinct to protect the family's wealth, may side with Brooke Lynn, while Ned, with his softer heart, may be swayed by Lulu's emotional plea. This disagreement is leading the Quartermaine family to face new rifts. Meanwhile, Lulu must deal not only with pressure from Brooke Lynn and the Quartermaine family but also external challenges. Her efforts to bring Charlotte back are making Valentine feel threatened, and he may not hesitate to use his power to oppose Lulu. The growing tension between Lulu and Valentine, coupled with the discord with Brooke Lynn, is making everything more chaotic. Lulu's determination to bring Charlotte back at any cost is triggering a chain reaction that is making things increasingly complex. Family conflicts, conflicting interests, and external threats are causing new tensions in Port Charles. Lulu's determination could bring the desired outcome, but it also risks plunging her into an unpredictable disaster. Jason and Sasha are embarking on a dangerous mission, and this not only strengthens their bond but also opens up new paths in both of their lives. Jason, always known for his loyalty and dedication, is now facing a greater responsibility as he takes on the role of protecting Sasha and her unborn child. Sasha, after all the turmoil and loss in her past, is seeking safety and trust that she can only feel when she's with Jason. This new mission is not just a challenge but also a test of patience, trust, and their capabilities. Sasha is facing difficulties regarding the protection of her child's future, while Jason continues to face difficult choices between protecting the Corinthos family and the new responsibilities Michael entrusted to him before falling into critical condition. As they face danger together, the bond between Jason and Sasha deepens. Sasha not only finds in Jason a protector but also a solid anchor amid life's turmoil. Conversely, Jason starts to see Sasha as a companion, someone he must protect not just physically but emotionally. However, this relationship doesn't stop at mutual support. External challenges, including the threat from Sidwell and other enemies, are making everything more tense than ever. Sidwell, with his ruthless plans, is not only targeting Sasha but also threatening Jason, keeping both on high alert. The strength Jason shows in protecting Sasha and the baby not only proves his loyalty and dedication but also demonstrates that he is willing to face any danger to keep his promise to Michael. Meanwhile, Sasha, though vulnerable, is also showing resilience and determination to protect her future and her child. The growing connection between Jason and Sasha is not only creating an emotional story but also raising major questions about their future. Will they overcome all these challenges to protect each other, or will the pressures of the past and present tear them apart? This story is sure to be one of the central focuses of the upcoming dramatic developments.